Welcome students. Our today's topic is fractions and decimals. Fractions and decimals. So this is a series of maybe 3 videos. So in that particular series, I will explain you each and every concept behind fraction and decimal. So we will learn this particular term from basic in detail, so that you need not to go anywhere or any video or any material to learn this concept again. So please be with us till the end of this series. I guarantee you will be thorough with all the concepts of fractions and decimal, and you can solve any kind of problem based on fractions and decimals. In this video, in today's video, we'll start with fractions. So fractions is the first part of this series, and then we'll go to decimals. So before understanding what is fraction, I need to revise couple of concepts which you may have learned in previous classes. So fraction is generally for 5th standard, CBSE, ICSE. Then it is for 6th standard as well, for CBSE, ICSE, even for IB board, international board. In 7th standard also the fraction chapter is there, decimal chapter is there. And above 7th, for 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th, the use of fraction is always there. There are different concepts like algebraic expressions. In that also fraction is used. Even in physics also fraction is used, right? So if you are preparing for NEET, IIT, JEE or Olympiads or any competitive exam which are based on high school level, these fraction sums are very important, and for solving those sums you need to understand basic and logic behind them. So those things we are going to cover in today's video. So what we are going to cover in today's video, first is what is fraction, where it is being used, what is the practical application of the fraction, are there any types of fractions, if yes then what are the types of fractions, are there any relation between fractions and decimals, if yes what is the relationship, if I studied fraction then whether it will be useful for me for longer period of life, that I also will discuss. So these things we will cover. After that, addition of fractions, whether these two fractions are getting added, if yes then how they are getting added, fraction of fraction, that also we are going to see, multiplication, division of fraction we are going to see. Then story sums also will cover in this video. So how from the story sums are created or fractions are created, and from the fraction how stories are created. So those concepts also we are going to learn here. We'll have a few exercise at the end of the chapter as well, and throughout the video I'm going to give different tips to you so that you can easily solve fraction sums in exam as well as competitive exams like Olympiads and all. So it will be easier for you to solve those kind of sums. So stay tuned with us, watch this video till the end. If you have any doubt, please comment me. I regularly check the comments and I answer them. If you want some improvement in the video, if you did not understood any concept in the video, then please write in comment so that I can explain you on different platform, right? So stay tuned with us, watch this video till end. Thank you. So before understanding a fraction, we are going to revise couple of concepts. One is whole number. So what is whole number? Have you seen these numbers like? Yes, we have seen these numbers. These numbers are called whole numbers. But why? Why these numbers are called whole numbers? The reason behind that is these all numbers, each and every number is complete in its sense. What does it mean? It means that if you go to shops, suppose you are going to shop or shopkeeper, if you are asking 5 chocolates to him, so exactly he will give 5 chocolates to you. He will not give 4 chocolates to you, or he will not give 6 chocolates to you. So he understands the number 5, right? So this 5 number is complete in its sense. So it is completely perfect number. It is a full, right? Full means 5 means 5. Nothing less than that, nothing more than that. Similarly, if 4 cars are parking in garage, so you will say that there are 4 cars are parking. Suppose you go to any mall and you see many numbers of cars there, like 20 cars are parking there, right? So you will say that yes, 20 cars are parked there in the mall, right? So 20 means there are 20, so exact number is there. So 20 number is whole in itself. That's why it is called whole number. And whole number includes, or it starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, right? This is about whole number. Now there is another concept which we learned in previous classes. Suppose you are in 7th standard, you may have learned these concepts in 6th or 5th, or maybe before 5th grade as well, right? So integer, next is integer. So what are integers? If I add negative number in this number scale or in this group, so if I add negative numbers in this whole number, these are the whole number. And if I add negative counterparts of this number, so counterparts mean friend of 1 is -1, friend of 2 is -2, friend of 3 is -3 and so on. So if I add these negative numbers here, then this complete set of numbers is called integers. So integers are negative numbers as well as positive numbers and 0 as well. So these are called integers. So first thing is that what is the meaning of fraction? Why we need to study fraction? Whether the use of this fraction is there in our daily life, in day-to-day life. If yes, then where we are using fractions? That we are going to see first. Where you heard that word fraction? So you heard fractured. So someone has fallen. So his hand got fractured. His leg got fractured. There you heard that word fraction. So from that particular word, the fraction is made of. So fraction is nothing but a small part of a big thing or a whole thing. Like our bone has been broken, we say that it is fractured. It means that a whole bone, part of the whole bone has got fractured. So some part has got fractured, some cracks are there. So because of that crack, small part has been developed of this big bone. So it means that it has been fractured. So the fraction is nothing but the small portion of a big thing. So we'll understand this with an example of pizza. So suppose this is a pizza and you order that pizza for your family, and in your family suppose there are 4 people, your father, mother and your sister or brother. So you 4 people are there. So what you will do, you will equally divide this pizza in 4 parts. So one is for father, one is for mother, one is for you, and one is for your sister or brother, right? So this particular portion, this one, if I take it out like this, so one portion you are going to give your sister. This is for sister or brother. So this portion you will give it to him or her. So out of this whole pizza, you will divide 4 parts, and 1 part you are going to give to your sister. So if I ask you to write mathematically, how you are going to write it? There are 4 parts of one pizza. Let's write 4 here. And 1 part of that you are giving to your sister. So 1 part, this part can be called in mathematics like this: 1 by 4. This line is called by, right? Or upon, or divided by. 1 divided by 4, or 1 upon 4, or 1 by 4. So you can also call it 1/4. 1/4. So 1/4 part of your pizza you have given to your sister. This is how the fraction is used in daily life, right? So in English, the word fraction means broken. So something is broken like pizza. So this pizza is broken into 1 part. We call it as a piece, 1 piece. And that piece is given to your brother or sister. So that is 1/4, right? So here fractions are used. Now let's understand how we are using fractions in our daily life. This is also an example of daily life, but in normal life, when you go to shopkeeper, how you are using fractions, those we will understand. So now what is the practical use of this fraction? So where we are using it? See, whatever you are learning in the book, it has practical application, and I'm going to teach you, I'm going to share with you practical application of each and every concept which we are learning on this particular video. So these fractions, where we are using this fraction in practical use. One use we have seen in pizza, we are using that 1/4 of pizza, right? Now suppose if you are going to a shopkeeper, local shopkeeper, and you are asking him half kg of sugar. Half kg. How we write half? 1/2. 1 upon 2. This is half kg. So shopkeeper will understand, okay, 1/2 kg, that is half kg sugar you want, and he will measure that half kg sugar and give it to you. So see how we are using fraction. Then if you want 2.5 kg apple, you don't want 2 kg or you don't want 3 kg as well, you want in between that, between 2 to 3, in between 2.5 you need, right? So you can ask a shopkeeper that I need 2.5 kg apple, just 2.5 kg. So he will measure 2.5 kg and give it to you. So see how we are using fractions there. So this is the application of fraction in day-to-day life. And on this integer scale where these fractions are sitting, we cannot see fractions here, right? We are not seeing fractions here. So where are the fractions? So fractions are lying in between these whole numbers or integers. Between 0 and 1, here fraction will sit down, will live here, right? If I use different pen, so here fractions are living there or staying there. Between 1 and 2 fractions are there. Between 2 and 3 fractions are there. See, 2.5 kg apple, this fraction lies between 2 and 3. 2 and 3. It is not 2, it is not 3, it is 2.5. Somewhere here that 2.5 kg is there. So fractions are lying in between these integers. Even in negative side as well. Here also fractions are living. So here is the place of fraction to live. And the application, practical application is you can measure like weight.
or you can measure temperature as well, right? So what is the normal temperature of a human being? 36.8, right? If I am not mistaken, degrees Celsius, or 36.6. So 0.6, it is in decimal, so it is also a fraction. So we are going to see that how fraction and decimals are related. But many things like measuring apple, or measuring your pizza, or dividing few things into 4, 5, 6 people, we are using fractions. So now we are going to see how fraction is being written. So how we are writing a fraction? So we have seen one last example, 1/6, right? 1/6 of the pizza is your share out of that 6 part, right? So we write 1 like this. Below that we write horizontal line. It is called fractional bar. Bar means line, just a line, okay? Fractional bar, fractions line, right? And on the top of it you will write your share, right? That is 1. And bottom of it you will write how many number of pieces you have made that whole thing, that pizza. How many pieces you have made, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 pieces you have made. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So total number of pieces you will write below this bar, that is 6. So this particular number 1, this number is called numerator. This 1 is called numerator, and this 6 is called denominator. So this is called numerator and this is called denominator. And this is a fractional bar. No need to remember its name. So just remember that this is numerator and this is denominator. And remember that how to read this particular fraction. 1/6 or 1 divided by 6, or 1/6, or 1/6, right? Or 1/6, 1/6. So these are the ways to read this fraction. 1/6, 1 divided by 6, 1/6, 1/6, or 1/6, right? So this is how a fraction is called or can be read. You have a pizza, you have made 6 part out of it. Can you see this? So you have 6 part out of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You made 6 part, and you have taken 2 parts for yourself. These 2 parts. So how you are going to write that in terms of fraction? So 2 parts mean you will write 2. Out of how many parts? 6. 2/6. So 2/6 you are going to take. So out of 6 part, 2 part you are going to take for yourself from pizza. So this is how you write. This 2 is called numerator, 6 is called denominator, right? And I can call 2/6, 2 divided by 6, 2/6, 2/6, whatever way you like. So whatever way is been taught to in your school, you can call like that, but all the ways are correct. So this is 2/6, that is a fraction. Now one more thing we need to learn here. So this fraction can be reduced further. So the speciality of this fraction is like this. You can do multiplication or division, both the operation on numerator and denominator. Suppose if I divide this 2/2, right? Suppose I want to divide this 2/2, okay? So what is the rule of mathematics or fraction? If you are dividing this numerator by 2, then you need to divide this 6/2 as well. whatever operation you are doing on numerator, you have to do the same operation on denominator as well. That is the rule, right? So you need to remember this rule in fraction. So 2 by 2 is 1, 6 by 2 is 3. So this 2 by 6 can become 1 by 3. So 2 by 6 and 1 by 3, though you are seeing different numbers here, but the value of this 2 is same because we are just reducing that. That's why these two fractions are called equivalent fraction. Equivalent means equal and valent means value. So equivalent fraction means the fraction which are equal. It means that they have same value. So 2 by 6 and 1 by 3 both are having same value because we are doing the same operation on numerator and denominator and the value is getting 1 by 3. So 2 by 6 is equal to 1 by 3. So that's why these two fractions are called equivalent, because the value of these two fractions is the same, just reducing it. So it is called reducing in simplest form. So dividing by 2 to numerator and denominator, it means that we are reducing in simplest form. That is, simplest form is 1 by 3. So 2.2 upon 6 can be written as 1 by 3 as well. Both has same value. Both are equivalent fractions. So understood how fraction is created. You are taken 2 piece out of 6, that is 2 by 6. Later you are reducing it, that is 1 by 3. So equivalent fractions, we learned that. So now there are few types of fractions that we are going to learn. So we have seen some fractions like 1 by 6, 2 by 6, then 1 by 4, right? In our example, just now we have seen that, those fractions. So if you observe in these three fractions, you can see that denominator is greater than numerator. I will repeat once again. This is denominator, this is denominator, this is denominator, right? Just now we are learn what is denominator. The lower portion or lower number of this fraction is, or the number which is below this bar is denominator, right? Bottom number. So this is denominator 6, 6, 4, and numerator is 1, 2, 1. So in all three fractions, if you see, 1 is smaller than 6. It means 6 is greater than 1, right? So denominator is greater than 1. 6 is greater than 2. So denominator is greater than numerator. This is also denominator, which is 4, which is greater than numerator. So 4 is greater than 1. So in all fractions, denominator is greater than numerator. So can I write like this? Denominator is greater than numerator, right? D is greater than n. So this type of fraction is called proper fraction, because this is a proper. Why proper? Because 1/4 pizza, we know out of 4 pieces, 1 piece is 1/4. So we can easily understand that. 1/6 of pizza, we can easily understand that 6 pieces have been made, and out of that 1 has been taken out for me. So 1/6, we can easily term that particular piece of pizza, and anybody can understand that 1/6 pizza. So this is a proper form of the fraction. That's why it is called proper fraction. Okay. So purest form of the fraction, you can understand like this as well. The purest form of fraction or proper form of the fraction is denominator is greater than numerator. So this is called proper fraction. So can I give more example of proper fraction? So can you think of few examples of proper fractions like 3 by 7, right? Here also denominator is greater than numerator. 9 by 16, right? This is numerator, this is denominator. So this is also proper fraction. Then 15 by 17, this is also proper fraction. So all these are proper fractions where denominator is greater than numerator, right? But there are some fractions which does not follow this law. They do not follow this particular law, denominator is greater than n, that is purest law or proper law. Like examples are like this: 15 by 7. Here denominator is 7, numerator is 15. So 15 by 7, they are not following the law, denominator is greater than n, numerator. Here reverse thing is there. Here numerator is greater than denominator, right? But this is also a fraction, because the structure of fraction is numerator upon denominator. So it is in the form of that. So it is also a fraction. But this is not a proper fraction, because proper fraction follow the law, denominator is greater than numerator. Here reverse thing is there. That's why this particular fraction is called, this fraction is not proper. Not proper means, in English, not proper word has some another synonyms like improper. So what is this? This is improper fraction. Why? Because it does not follow this law, denominator greater than numerator. That's why it is improper fraction. So what is the proper fraction? Where denominator is greater than numerator. And what is the improper fraction? Where reverse, numerator is greater than denominator. Upper part of the fraction is greater than lower part. 15 is greater than 7. That's why it is improper fraction. So we have seen proper fraction and improper fraction. Now there are another fractions which look very different, like 3, 4 by 7. See how they are looking here. So 3 is there, 3 is here, exactly in front of this fractional bar. 3, 4 by 7. There are fractions who look like this as well. So what are they? We have seen proper fraction, we have seen improper fraction, but what is this? Here some portion is whole, 3 is there, below 3 nothing is there, and 4 by 7 is there. So if you see, this is a part of a fraction, this is a fraction, 4 by 7. Which fraction is this? Denominator is greater than numerator, it is a proper fraction. Plus it has a whole number as well. 3 is a whole number, we have seen in a scale, right? 0, 1, 2, 3. 3 is a whole number. So whole number plus proper fraction. So both are together. So such type of fractions are called mixed fraction, because they are mixed with whole number. So these are called mixed fraction. Why? Because whole number is there and this fraction is also there. This is improper fraction. So that's why it is called mixed fraction, right? So if you see any fraction like this, it means that it is a mixed fraction. Understood? So far we have learned 3 types of fractions, right? Number 1, proper fraction. Number 2, improper fraction. And number 3, what is that? Mixed fraction. In proper fraction, denominator is greater than numerator. Example, 1 by 4. In improper fraction, reverse, numerator is greater than denominator. Example is 4 by 3. Here numerator is greater than denominator. And mixed fraction includes whole number, 3, 1 by 4 example, right? So 3, 1 by 4. This is a mixed fraction. So till now we understood what is fraction, what is whole number, what is integer, what is proper fraction, improper fraction, mixed fraction. So now we will analyze couple of these fractions, right? Means 2 fractions, how they are related to each other, like 1 by 4 and 3 by 4. What is the relationship between them? So if you see this fraction 1 by 4, 3 by 4, which type of fraction is it? Denominator is greater than numerator. It means it is a proper fraction. This is also proper fraction, right? We already learned that. If you observe these two fractions, denominator are same. If you see, 4 is the denominator here and 4 is denominator here. So denominators are same. So such type of two fractions are called like fraction. Why like? Like means what? Similar. We know the word like, right? I like it. I like you because you are my students. So like means both are similar. So we have something common. You and me have something common. So here also these two fractions are having something common in it. So they have common denominator. That's why they are called like fractions. And suppose if 1/4 and 3/5, these two couple is there. This couple is there. In this couple means there are two fractions. That's why I am calling it couple. So first fraction is 1/4, second is 3/5 or 3/4, 1/4. If you observe, denominators are not same. Here denominator is 4 and here denominator is 5. So both are not same. So they are not liking each other, right? It means that they are unlike fractions. These two are unlike. So what is the criteria for like and unlike? If denominator is same, then they are like fractions. If denominator is not same, then they are unlike fractions, right? So maybe in your class test or in your school or in your exam, there might be one question for 5th, 6th or 7th. Find out below fractions are like or unlike. So what you have to check? You have to check the denominator. If denominators are same, then like. If denominators are not same, then unlike, right? In this way you have to solve those questions. So I will give couple of more examples, like 37 upon 19 and 33 upon 19. These two fractions, little bit bigger fractions, right? So 37 upon 19. First of all, what type of fraction is it? Numerator is greater. It means that this is improper fraction. This is not a proper fraction. This is improper. This is also improper. So these two improper fractions are there, right? If I ask you the question, what kind of fractions they are they like fraction or unlike fraction? So what you have to do? You have to check the denominator. 19 and 19. Denominators are same. So these fractions are like fractions, right? Another example, 43 upon 23 and 33 upon 19. I will take above fraction only. So in this couple, 43 upon 23 and 33 upon 19. If I ask you whether these two fractions are like or unlike, so you will check the denominator. Here denominator is 23 and here 19. They are not same. So they are not like. So unlike. Understood like and unlike clearly? Okay. So next is, we have already seen equivalent fraction, right? At the start of our discussion. Equivalent fractions. Equivalent means, just I am repeating it, equi plus valent. Equi means equal, valent means value. So those fractions which has equal value, they are called equivalent fractions. We have taken example like 1/2 and 2/4 suppose. So 1/2 is one fraction, another is 2/4. 2/4 can be reduced like this, 2 divided by 2 and 4 divided by 2. What rule I told you? If you are dividing numerator by 2, then you must divide denominator by 2, right? If you are doing similar operation on top side and bottom side, then value will not be changed, right? So 2/4 is equal to 2 divided by 2, 4 divided by 2. So how much 2 divided by 2? In table of 2, 2 ones are 2. In table of 2, 2 2s are 4. So we got 1 by 2. So first fraction was 1 by 2 and second fraction also is 1 by 2. So both are having same value, right? So that's why these are equivalent fractions. Which two are equivalent fraction? These two. 1 by 2 and 2 by 4 are equivalent fractions. So we have seen already this. We have learned equivalent fraction, right? But if fractions are not equivalent, then 3 by 7 and 4 by 5. So 3 by 7 and 4 by 5. 4 by 5 can be reduced. 4 divided by 2. 5 divided by 2. Same operation you have to do. 4 by 2 is 2. 5 by 2. There is no 5 in table of 2, right? 2 on the 2, 2 is a 4, 2 3 is a 6. There is no 5. So what will be here? There is no number in the table of 2, 5, number like 5. So we cannot divide this, right? Or if we divide, then 2.5 will come, that is a decimal. So we have not learned that. So let's not go to this topic. So nothing is there here, right? So we cannot divide 5 by 2 at this point of time. So whether this operation is correct, only dividing numerator is correct? No, you need to divide denominator as well, like this, and you need to obtain certain value here, but value is not coming here. So it means that we cannot reduce it. This is not possible. So 4 by 5 will remain as it is. So 3 by 7 and 4 by 5 are not equivalent because this is not getting reduced to get this value, right? So these two fractions are not equivalent. It means that the value of 3 by 7 and 4 by 7 is not equal. So those two are not equivalent, right? So those are coming equivalent, then you have to write that these are equivalent, and those are not coming equivalent, you can write not equivalent. Clear?
So far we have seen different types of fractions: proper fraction, improper fraction, mixed fraction. What are like and unlike fractions? What is equivalent fraction? What is non-equivalent fraction? Right? Now we will learn about unit fraction. First of all, what is the meaning of unit? Unit means one, right? So one fraction, unit fraction. So what exactly it is? We have seen examples like 1 by 4, 1 by 2, or 1 by 6, right? These examples we have seen in our video. So here, if you observe, on numerator side, there is always 1. See, 1 by 4 numerator is 1, 1 by 2 numerator is 1, 1 by 6 numerator is 1. When there is a numerator value is 1, then that fraction is called unit fractions, because unit is equal to 1. Unit means 1. So this is a unit fraction, this is also unit fraction, this is also unit fraction. If I give example of 3 by 5, so is this a unit fraction? No, because numerator is not 1, not unit fraction. It is not a unit fraction. Similarly, if I use 17 by 19, so what is the numerator value? 17. 17 is not a unit, it is not a 1. That's why it is not a unit fraction. Very simple. So now we will learn what is the meaning of reciprocal of a fraction or of fraction. Do you heard this word? Reciprocal. What is the meaning of reciprocal? What do you mean by reciprocal? It's very simple. Reciprocal means if there is a fraction 4 by 5 example, if I want to get reciprocal of this fraction, then it would be, I have to invert it. Invert means just flip it like this. It means here numerator is 4, denominator is 5. So I have to change their positions. So I will put 5 as a numerator and 4 as a denominator. This is called a reciprocal of a fraction. Very simple. One trick is there. Suppose 1 by 4 is a fraction. So can you tell what is the reciprocal of this fraction? Rule is same. You have to invert it. It means that numerator and denominator will change their position. So 4 will go up and 1 will come down. So 4 will become numerator, 1 will become denominator. So 4 by 1, which can be written as just 4, because we normally don't write by 1 for a whole number. We write directly whole number as a 4. So there is invisible 1 below this. So denominator is always 1 for whole number, right? So 1 by 4 will be 4 by 1, which is equal to 4. Now take another example. Suppose 5 is a whole number and you want to find a reciprocal of this 5. How you will find? As I told you, any whole number has denominator 1. That is invisible. So 5 have denominator 1, which was invisible. So I am writing it now. So if I want to reciprocate it, or I want to take a reciprocal of it, it will get inverted. Means 1 will go on numerator side and 5 will come at denominator side. So 1 by 5 is the reciprocal of 5. So 5 is a whole number. After reciprocal of it, it became fraction. Clear? Now some examples for practice. 4 by 5. Can you tell me what type of fraction is it? 4 is numerator, 5 is denominator. Denominator is greater than numerator. D is greater than N. So what type of fraction is it? It is a proper fraction, right? We learn this. If I want to make reciprocal of this proper fractions, what would be it? This would be just inverting the position of numerator and denominator. It would be 5 by 4, right? This is the reciprocal of it. Now we will see some more examples. So can you tell me what type of fraction is this? Denominator is 23, numerator is 17, denominator is greater than 17, right? So it is a proper fraction, right? I will write P. This is a proper fraction. This one, numerator is greater than denominator, N is greater than D. This is improper fraction. I am improper. Now this 17 by 3, numerator is 17, which is greater than 3. This is also improper fraction. Now this one 4 by 5, we have already seen this. So 1 4 by 5. Here 1 is there, right? So 1 is a whole number, 4 by 5 is a fraction. So mixing is there. So it's a mixed fraction. This is a mixed fraction. This one 22 3 by 17. Here also 22 is a whole number. 22 is a whole number. 3 by 17 is a fraction. What kind of fraction is this? This part? This is a proper fraction because denominator is greater than numerator. And combination of these two is mixed fraction. Now this one, this is also a mixed fraction because whole number 18 is there and 23 by 7 is a fraction, which is improper. So combination of these two is mixed fraction. So can you tell me this 4 by 5 and 3 by 5, whether these are like, equivalent, what kind of fractions, these two, this particular couple. So 4 by 5, 3 by 5, 5 denominator, 5 denominator is same, so these are like fraction. Similarly, here also denominator is 7, so these are also like fraction, but here denominators are different, 8 and 7, so these are unlike fraction. So this is what we learn about fractions. In next video, we will learn different operations on these fractions. Operations means addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, all those operations, how we are going to do it on proper fraction, improper fraction and mixed fractions, right? So stay tuned.